and welcome to CLOCTails. As always, I'm your host, Mark Pearson, Executive and Artistic Director of the College Light Opera Company. This episode, I got to catch up with CLOC alum Philip Stock. But before we hear from Philip, this wouldn't be CLOCTails without a cocktail. In honor of summer being just around the corner, this episode we're featuring that refreshing classic, the Aperol Spritz. And here's how it's made. The Aperol Spritz. You will need a wine glass, ice, Aperol liqueur, Prosecco, club soda, and orange to garnish. Add ice to your glass. Give yourself a generous pour of Aperol. Give yourself an even more generous pour of Prosecco. Top it off with some club soda and garnish with an orange slice. And there you have your Aperol Spritz. Okay, Philip, I'm so happy to be here and so thrilled that you agreed to be part of this. Thank you for joining us all for this CLOCTails.
Thank you for having me in this lovely Zoom room. It's beautiful.
Why don't we start off by having you give us a little reminder of who you are and when you were at CLOC.
Yeah, I was at CLOC in 2017. Audiences may remember me from such productions as Anything Goes, Bells Are Ringing, Desert Song, of course, my favorite.
What kind of you played in Desert Song?
Benny. That was my favorite because I just got to be an absolute idiot the whole time and do a British accent, which are my two favorite things.
That was David Ward, right?
Yes, and David Weiler. It was David Squared. It was so much fun. I actually had so much fun doing the zoo.
Oh my God, I forgot about the zoo. Yeah.
I will never forget about the zoo. The zoo was so much fun, and I was like, I was in the ensemble and we had all these like specific background characters that got given to us, and I was like the priest. No, it was the vicar. And Nicole Weitzman and Sarah Mikulski were the two nuns that were just flanking me. It was great.
Yeah.
Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray reaching for the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. We may not reach the ending, but we can start. Slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Now, maybe now, we start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. when your trust is all but shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but finally a city of men. A city of men.
Are you still friends with anyone from your time at CLOC?
Yeah, I still talk to a lot of people, especially Nicole. But I even had, like, for my birthday in December, this is just, it feels like the lamest thing in the world, but it's COVID, so what are you gonna do? So I had 3 separate Zoom birthday parties on my birthday. And one of them was with, like, a few pals from CLOC that I still keep up with.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. 'Cause since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over, start making a fool out of me? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, Valerie. Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you found the right man who'll fix it for you. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair, or are you busy? Did you have to pay that fine? You was dodging all the time. Are you still dizzy? 'Cause since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over, start making a fool out of me? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, Valerie. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. 'Cause since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over, stop making a fool out of me? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, 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 Valerie.
So where are you now? You said you're in British Columbia, is that right?
Yeah, I'm staying in Victoria, on Vancouver Island with my fiance.
Congratulations.
Um, Thank you.
Um,
Yeah,
can you tell folks a little bit about what you've been up to since you left the Highfield Theater?
I went on tour with Kinky Boots.
Yes, tell us about Kinky Boots. How was that?
Oh, it was so much fun. It was the blast of a lifetime. Um, so I originally got hired as a swing on the non-union tour.
Can you remind the uninitiated what a swing is?
Yeah, so a swing is someone who essentially is like an understudy to the ensemble, um, except as opposed, like, where an understudy would just learn one person's role, a swing is learning multiple people's track through the show. Um, so that was very intimidating. But I just kept honest, and this was like, I was less than a year out from CLOC at that point, and anytime I just remember very specifically, like anytime I got overwhelmed with that process, I was like, you learned a show in a week and then you did it 8 more times after that. So this is going to be okay. You can do this. I got there when they were finishing up the last month of the US leg of that tour. And then there was like a 2-month break, and then we had 3 months in Asia. And during the 2-month break, one of the angels decided that they didn't want to stay on. And so instead of hiring a replacement, they just were like, do you want to not be a swing and just be one of the angels? And I was like, okay.
Take my hand, stay Joanne. Heaven's not ready for you. Every part of my aching heart needs you more than the angels do. Girl, where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going, girl? Girl, where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going, girl? If you could, I know that you'd stay. We both know things don't work that way. I promised I wouldn't say goodbye, so I grin and my voice gets thin. Girl, where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going, girl? Girl, where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going, girl? Honestly, I know where you're going. And baby, you're just moving on. But I'll still love you even if I can't see you anymore. Can't wait to see you soar. Girl, where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going, girl? Girl, where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going?
how has COVID affected affected you?
I had a couple more like gigs lined up for summer last year, and they all just went poof. So I taught myself how to style wigs.
Very useful.
Yes. And I have been learning my way around a sewing machine. So,
Very useful.
yes. Because I really, since Kinky Boots, have just been so interested in drag. And like, even honestly, even before everything shut down, I was like, I think I'd like to try that. And it's so much harder when you're doing drag like on your own, because like in
Oh,
Kinky Boots,
you mean without the support structure that you had on the road?
yeah, without the Greg Barnes costume design and the professionally styled wigs and everything, it's like, oh, I look crazy.
I happened by your old apartment last night. Through the curtain, a TV was blinking. I thought of when you brought me there. Rushing from that barstool roar to your street. So many years before, many years before, we hopped the stairs and stopped to kiss at each flight. Dizzy from whatever we'd been drinking, we burst through your apartment door. Clothes torn off and curtains drawn, we made love and fell asleep at dawn. Fell asleep at dawn. I never called you. You never called me. This was a moment perfect, finite, perfect. And we were both content, knowing that's all it was meant to be. I happened by your old apartment last night. Seeing it again, I can't help thinking some part of you is still living there. And though you've long since moved away, I think of you and wonder where you are today. Where are you today?
Have you ever seen James Mills?
Oh yeah. Have I seen James Mills? Yes. When I think it must have been like less than 2 weeks after I moved to New York. And there was a Hell's Kitchenettes show, and I went to go see it, and I was absolutely in love. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. I have to be doing this. I love it.
He's hysterical, but they're...
Oh my God, yes. It's just great.
So, when things get back to normal or whatever the new normal is, where do you see yourself? It sounds like you might be feeling like heading more toward film rather than the stage. Is that true, or what's your?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely love being on stage, but it's just like with all this COVID stuff, it definitely seems like film acting is a lot more feasible with the new health and safety guidelines. And I really want to work. So I I definitely would rather I mean, assuming I book the gigs, but I definitely would rather work on camera than keep waiting to work in a theater. But
Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? Takes to the sky like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? She's like a cat in the dark, and then she is the darkness. She rules her life like a fine skylark, and when the sky is starless, once in a million years, a lady like her rises. Rhiannon, you cry, but she's gone, and your life knows no answer, and your life knows no answer. Rhiannon, 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 Rhiannon. She rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? She rules her life like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the sky. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Would you even try? Would you even try? Rhiannon, Rhiannon, Rhiannon. Taken by the sky. Taken by the sky. Taken by the sky. No. Unwind, and love's a state of mind. Dreams unwind, and love's a state of mind.
So I think you've touched on this a little bit, but what is it about career and performance that you really like? And then what is it about it that you really don't like?
I guess one thing I don't love about theater as much is this sort of how it's like, you know, you're always doing a show that's been done a million times by a million different people, and there is sort of an expectation of a mold that you have to fit into. Whereas I feel like, you know, on a new TV show on Netflix, it's like nobody knows who this character is, so you kind of have more liberties that you can take with it.
This is time for a shake-up. Look at me wake up, taking control. This is a new beginning. My gears are spinning. Let's rock and roll. Just put one foot onward and forward. I used to be a zero, but now I clearly feel that I may be the hero who reinvents the heel. I may be facing the impossible. I may be chasing after miracles, and there may be the steepest mountain to overcome. But this is step one. This is step one. Who knew I had it in me? Let me begin, see where this can go. I've got knowledge and know-how. Don't stop the show now. Don't stop the flow. Just put one foot onward and forward, yeah. I used to live in limbo, never dying to begin, but now it's sink or swim, so I better dive right in. I may be facing the impossible. I may be chasing after miracles, and there may be the steepest mountain to overcome. But this is step one. It's not just a factory. This is my family. No one's gonna shut us down. Not while Charlie Price is around. We may be facing the impossible. We may be chasing after miracles, and there may be the steepest mountain to overcome. We may be facing the impossible. We may be chasing after miracles, and there may be the steepest mountain to overcome. But this is step one. Look what Charlie Boy has done. This is step one.
So Philip, I have to ask this question because I ask everyone. If you could give one piece of advice to your 20-year-old self, what would that piece of advice be?
I think I would just say, in the next 5 years, there are going to be lots of things that are going to be way more stressful than anything you're going through right now. So you should just chill out and have some more fun because things are going to get more complicated. So enjoy it while you can.
I call you when I need you, and my heart's on fire. You come to me, wild and wired. Ooh, you come to me and give me everything I need. You give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. You speak the language of love like you know what it means. Ooh, and I can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. In your heart I see the start of every night and every day. In your eyes I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. Ooh, I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. You're walking away with my heart and my soul. I can feel you even when I'm alone. Whoa, baby, don't let go. You're the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone, anyone I ever met. Ooh, I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. You're the best.
So, Philip, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a delight to chat with you.
The delight is all mine.
Is there any way folks can tune in to anything that you have coming up?
Yes, I do have a drag competition that I will be, it's a virtually live streamed extravaganza. And that'll be on the 18th, which I think is the day after this comes out.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode of CLOCTails. As a reminder, we are now accepting season ticket orders, so if you haven't gotten your order in yet, I suggest you do so quickly. If you're unable to attend the theater this year in person, might I suggest you check out our exciting new digital subscription option. You can watch all 9 shows on Saturday night from the comfort of your own home. I hope to see many of you there. Cheers!
I was trying to think of a joke involving the word poof, but I ran out of time.